Hello and welcome back again to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the new pilot program to review rejected study permits. So has your study permit been refused by IRCC? Well, in this video, we're going to talk about what the pilot program is, the requirement, which is the eligibility requirement, and all you need to know about it. So if this is you, let us talk about what this pilot program is. As of September 27, 2024, it was announced that the new pilot program will take effect on October 1st, 2024. I am making this video on September 30th, 2024. And if you are seeing this video in October, November, December 2024, or even in 2025, that means this thing has already taken effect. So for those who have had their Canadian study permit rejected or refused by IRCC, they can benefit from this pilot project. Now, they said under the pilot program, people who apply for leave and judicial review of their study permit refusal can now get a completed procedure under 5 months. Before, it's about 14 to 18 months, but starting October 1st, 2024, the processing time for the procedure to be completed takes about under 5 months. So they now explained what it means. They said an application for leave and judicial review is a process where individuals seek permission from the Federal Court of Canada to challenge an immigration decision that is based on your study permit refusal in this case. And under normal procedures, they said a judge will first of all decide whether to grant permission to an applicant to proceed with this judicial review. If the review is heard and assessed, request for leave and the judicial review will be considered at the same time. Now, I know you are at this point wondering that, Gloria, this is all blah, 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 blah. What is the eligibility requirements? Okay, let us go straight to that. So they said there is no fee. Let me make mention of that. There is no additional fee for opting into this project, although there is a fee to file the leave and judicial review, which is about $50 Canadian dollars. Now, who is eligible? Now, take note of this. This is very important. They say students may be eligible for the study permit pilot program if they applied for a study permit and received a letter of refusal from the IRCC. Now you have received a refusal. Now you can benefit from this pilot project. Now the other criteria or requirements are as follows. 1, both the prospective students and IRCC, they both have to opt into this project. You cannot say you want to go and do it yourself. No, you and IRCC must partake in this, must agree to opt into the project. Secondly, both parties agree on the underlying fact as evidenced by the application materials that has been submitted to the IRCC. What this place is just saying that they must tender the facts, and the fact is that my study permit has been refused. So that is what that place is saying. So the third one is that either the study permit application refusal or both must be tendered in the court. Number 4 is that the applicant would not need to request an extension of time to file an application for leave. It will not be accepted. Now, the last point is that the parties not using affidavit as evidence. So you cannot bring a new evidence. It has to be what you already have. You cannot go and swear affidavit and bring it to the court. No, they won't accept that. They say study permit applicants applying from within Canada. So if you are in Canada and you are applying for a study permit for this pilot program, you can do that under 15 days from the day you received your refusal. And applicants who are from outside of Canada, they have 60 days from the day they received their refusal letter. Now, how do you apply? You might be wondering. They say all the documents have to be filed using the court's electronic filing system. Now, in order to do this, you have to file an application to leave and judicial review using what we call a Form 1 IR1, and mention the pilot project in 3 specific places of the application. If you're looking for that link, I would drop that in the description so that you can go and check it out for yourself and do it yourself. So they are doing this because a lot of things are happening now. You guys know that recently 6 announcements were made by the immigration minister. If you have not yet heard about the 6 major announcements that was announced recently on September 18th, I will tell you what they are. The first one is that they're going to reduce study permits by 10%, so that in 2025 they're only going to admit 437,000 international students. Now, if you are a master's and PhD program, in order for your spouse to join you in Canada and get an open work permit, the length of your program has to be at least 16 months. For those who are looking for masters and this thing, they now have to apply for a PAL, a provincial attestation letter, in order to get their study permits. In order to have a postgraduate work permit in a college graduate, you need to have your English test completed. For university graduates, it is CLB level 7, and for college is for CLB level 5. Okay, and then in order for you to obtain a postgraduate work permit, some institutions or colleges, your job has to be in demand. Your job has to be in demand in order for you to obtain a postgraduate. So, everybody is saying that Canada is closing their doors. Canada doesn't want international students. Canada is doing this. Canada is doing that. Truth of the matter is, I've always said this before, make hay while the sun shines. Come in now, because the rules will always change, and the rules are going to get not any better, but they're going to get stricter. I say this because now I hear that they're looking into the visitor's visa, because a lot of people are misusing the opportunities that have been given to them. So we don't know what they're going to do. We don't know what they're going to say. All we know is that they have mentioned that in the months to come, they are going to make some announcements and some changes are going to be made. So guys, if you do have any questions about what we have said in this video, I know it was just too much information. The truth is that in order for you to benefit from this pilot project for study permit refusals, you have to go through the eligibility requirements, which I'm going to put in the description for you to read. So on this note, I'm going to end my video. Until I see you in my next video, stay safe and bye.